Hello everyone, I hope you're doing well. In this video, we are going to see, is there any way to improve the space complexity of the problem 125 valid palindrome that we solved in the previous video. If you remember, and if you watch the previous video, you find out in the solution that I gave you and we discussed together, we get to the time complexity of ON. But the space complexity was ON2. Why? Because first we did the cleanup on the initial string that we have here. And we defined the extra memory. We defined the extra variable to persist the cleanup string in that memory. Then we start processing the string that was cleaned. So in the worst case, if in the string that we have all the characters be printable, all the characters be in the lower case. So we have the cleanup string will be exactly the same way and same look at the initial script that we received in the method. And if we think that a string was implemented with the array, so we define the extra array with the same size of the initial array that we received. So in this video, we are going to change the solution, improve it, to change the space complexity to O1. Let's see what we can do that. So let me define the same method that we have in the previous video. And as you see, this method is, I name it is palindrome, and this method received the string s as an input, and if s be palindrome, it will return true. In the other case, it will return false. So how I want to solve this solution? Let me first, before implement the content of the method, let's start and just analyze the solution. So I have a string, a man, a plan, a canal, and then Panama. So same as the previous solution, what we are going to do? We are going to define two pointers. First pointer move from the left and point to the first character of the string. And we have the other pointer that move from the right and point to the last character of the string. But what's the difference this time? Previous time we did a cleanup. So previous time we changed this string to the cleaner string, like a man, a plan, a canal, Panama. We did something like this, and then we iterate from a start and the end of this string to get the result. But this time we are not going to define the extra memory and do the cleanup first. We do the cleanup in the middle of the process. So we start checking the characters one by one. And if we find out that we need to change it from uppercase to the lowercase, or we need to skip the characters, we do the same thing at the same time that we are moving from the first character to the last character. So that's the point of this solution. We are not doing the cleanup at the first, and we are not defining extra memory. So I can start from the left, and at the same time I can start from the right. So first I need to check, okay, this case is letter is uppercase, this letter is lowercase. I need to convert the uppercase to lowercase and then compare with them. And then I find out, okay, this is the same character, so I can move to the next character. So the pointer will be point to the space this time. And this pointer move to the M. I'm checking, okay, this pointer point to the space. So I can skip this one and I can move this pointer one more time. So right now both these pointers are pointing to the M. So these are equal. So I can change this one and point to the A, and change this one point to the A. I can do the same thing until these two pointers pass each other, and I find that okay, oops, and I find that okay, this string is palindrome. So let's implement this solution and see what changes we need to make. So as this we discussed here, first we need two pointers. First pointer is left, the other is right. And as you see, the left pointer point to the first character of the string. And the right pointer point to the last character of the string. And I use -1 because we always start the array from 0, not from 1. Then I need a loop, same as the previous solution. And as long as that the left less than equal right pointer, this loop could be continued. And if we exit the loop and we are sure that the string that we receive is palindrome. So what do I want to do from in this string? So to be just to increase the readability of the solution, I define two extra variable. I named one of them character that pointer left point to it, and then I'm defining the other variable character right, and this one shows the needed character that pointer right point to it. Then I need to do some checks. So the first check is, as we did previously, we need to find out, okay, is this character is digit or letter? If not, we can skip to the next character. So if think that I define, assume that I have some methods to do that check for us. And then after implementing the body structure of the method, we will implement these methods. Is digit or letter? And I'm passing the character left. So if it's not digit or letter, as I show you, I can skip the character and move the left pointer one to the right. Then, let me put this here. In the other case, I need to check to see if the right character is the digit or letter or not. I need to do the same things here. If the right character that pointer right point to it is not a digit or letter, I can reduce the right pointer one to the left. So, okay. And what's happened in the other case? So I checked them. left character, I check the right character, both of them the character that I can compare them to each other. So here I can check if, assume that I have a method to lowercase to get the character and change it to the lowercase, and then I will be able to compare the characters together. So I just, as I mentioned, assume that we have a two-lower method that get the left character and compare it with the to the lowercase of the right character. And if the lowercase of the right character not equal to the lowercase of the left character, I can assume that this string is not palindrome. So I can return false. And in the other case, same as the previous solution, I can just increase the left pointer, decrease the right pointer, and I close this one. Then I have the other one. I need to close this one. And oh, I have a while here, and then return true, because at this point we find out, okay, this is the palindrome, and this is a complete solution. But we made it two assumptions. We have a letter to check the digits or letters, and we have a method to change the character from the lowercase, from the uppercase to the lowercase. So to complete this solution, we need to implement these methods too. But before implementing these methods, let's see what's the time complexity and the space complexity of this method. If you check here, we have a one loop here. And this loop works in the order of n. Why? Because if the length of the string be n, and we assume that the string is the array, we just look from the first element of the string to the last element of the string at the time that the string is palindrome to be able to find out this is the palindrome string. So the order of the string is ON. But the space complexity, like the previous solution, we haven't defined extra memory. So this is the time complexity. But the space complexity in this solution is O1. So we haven't defined any extra array. We just define some variables to keep the left and right pointer and the value of the left and right pointer. And each time we just change the value to the next value. So this is the solution. Let's jump, and this is a time and a space comp. Let's jump to the implementing is digit or letter and the lowercase methods that we used here. So let me do this. First method is first. This is the is digit or letter. I'm going to define the method. And this method returns the boolean because we need to just know, is it digit or letter? And this method will get a character as an input string and just return true or false. And same as the previous solution that we have, this method needs to work with the ASCII value of the character. And if you check here, we don't need to check the ASCII character before 48, after 22, and we have two gap here, one here, one here. If the character be between 57 and 65 or between 90 and 97, we can assume it as a non-printable character. So we need to write the code same as what we did previously. So if CHR less than 48, as I show you here, or CHR is greater than 122, or this the first one. Check the characters that come from before 48 or after 22, or CHR is in the first gap 57 and CHR less than 65, or the second gap 90 and CHR 97. In this case, it will return, okay, I need to, false. In the other case, it returns true. So this is the method that we will use to check the character that we are checking is digit or the letter. And we need the other method to change the character from uppercase to lowercase. So I have the other method. And this one returns this character. And as we assume we name it to lower, this method accept the other character and just try to change it from the uppercase to lowercase. And if you remember, as we discussed, if the character be in the boundary of 65 to 19, we can assume it as an uppercase character. And by adding 32, for example, assume that the character is A. That decimal ASCII value of that character is 65. If we add a 32 to the value of the ASCII, we get to 97, and we convert it from our uppercase to lowercase. So I need to first make sure that this is the uppercase. So I need to check if the character is in the boundary of the uppercase characters. If the character be in the boundary, I just need to add a 32 to the value of that character. In the other case, I just return something that we receive. So this is the method that we need to change the character from the uppercase to the lowercase. And this is the complete solution. And as you see, the time complexity get to O n and a space complexity reduced from O n to O 1. And if you want to implement this solution, you can check my GitHub repository. Each video that I upload to the YouTube, you can find the related code in my YouTube, in the GitHub repository. And you always can find the link of the GitHub in the description of the videos. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you like this video, please subscribe and follow me in the next video.